Hey, what's happening, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by and check out another video. Well, it is officially Christmas night when I'm shooting this video now, 12:25 a.m. as we cross over onto Christmas Day. And I'm actually going to take a look at one from out of San Francisco from Anchor Brewing Company. And this is their Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, our special ale for 2016. So this beer comes in at an ABV of 6.5%, considered a winter warmer. A little bit lower than what I usually expect for a winter warmer. Usually they're a little bit heavier, but you know, it is what it is. Looking forward to checking it out. This is the 42nd annual release of this beer. They only do it between November and mid-January, and each year the release is changed, just like the label. A different tree is used, so every time you pick it up after that point will be a different formula. So if you haven't had this before, you know, you get it this year if you can. You won't see it again until the end of next year, and it'll be a different taste. So this is actually one you can come back and revisit to see how they change it over a period of time. So pretty interesting there. Let's go ahead and get it open and get it into a glass and see what it has to offer. Well, like many winter warmers, it does come out pretty dark in color. Now, this one is actually darker than some of the other ones I've seen more recently. I get it to the light. Light's not breaking through. Not fully a jet black, but a very, 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 very dark brown, as I have a little bit of a tint down the bottom. Nice tan head on it, kind of beige, kind of mocha, however you want to call it there. And it does have some foaminess as well, so you can see some of the action taking place there with the head itself as far as the aroma. Oh wow, it actually has a good smell to it. I'm getting some of the spices you expect with a winter warmer, but it's like a good caramel, nice sweetness, maybe like a molasses. You do have that spice kick in the background, but where a lot of winter warmers have had a lot more of the cinnamon and nutmeg, I'm not fully getting that one here. Almost like a little bit more of a chocolatey type aroma, but you do have that hint in there. So it's warming up. I took it out. I let it sit out for about 10-15 minutes before drinking because I want to get the aromas going on it. And I do have, like I said, I do have a little bit of that kind of peppery spice or something in the background, but it's not as overbearing as some of the other ones I've had recently. It almost has a smell kind of towards what I would get like off of, say, a sweet stout. So I wasn't expecting that. As far as the taste, okay, that's interesting. It has a good little mouthfeel with the flavors opening up. Not really too much on the bitterness. It didn't list the IBUs, so I'm not sure what that level actually is, but I'm going to say it's probably a pretty low level, somewhere between 10 to 20 probably. A slight initial bite on that tongue, but then it has a good crisp break on the back end. Texture is very solid, not sensing any thinness or wateriness with it. Gets off the tongue, around the mouth nicely. Not getting it up into the cheek area as of yet, but I'm getting a good flavor duration. The flavor I'm actually picking up, do pick up a little bit of that spice, but it still is not anything where you'd have like that nutmeg or that cinnamon or clove that you usually get in a lot of the winter warmers. This one is a little more reduced in that area, but it's got a crisp, refreshing feel about it too. So it's almost like a little bit of a different one where you're not being overspiced, which I kind of like as well. I think sometimes some of those push it a little too much on the spice. This one is just it's a little bit different. It's a crisp, refreshing type beer. I mean, it's kind of there to just, you know, say, hey, I'm here, you know, kind of thing. There is one note of the flavor, and I'm trying to place it, that I am getting as far as on the taste there. Because when you do take it, you do get a little bit of a bite of it, but it's not like a regular spice. I mean, it's really just kind of that malt flavor. It's not the chocolate or anything along those lines. Well, I guess it may be a little bit of that chocolate. Maybe kind of like a slight bit of maybe like a baker's type chocolate. It's not the chocolate like a milk chocolate or anything along those lines, but it gives it somewhat of a different type of uniqueness there. Anyway, it's got a pretty good taste overall. You can see a little bit of the lacing actually taking place. And one thing I'll say is that the head is hanging in a little bit better than some of the other winter warmers I've had. Usually it dissipate pretty quickly. Now I just put a little bit in here, but it is still hanging in there pretty good. But all in all, it's an okay beer. It handles itself well. It's pretty decent. The carbonation is pretty good. Not too overly carbonated. The feel is pretty good. It's like I said, it's got that nice crisp break. You don't have much bitterness on the back end. The texture is a good texture, and the body sits pretty much. It's kind of a medium to full body, but more closer to medium in that regard. So all in all, it provides a decent beer. I mean, it's definitely a nice one that you can have, not be overwhelmed by. Now, I haven't had any of their other versions, so I can't compare it to anything along those lines. But with this one, it's a decent one. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Put some comments in the comment section. Again, this is the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for 2016 from Anchor Brewing out of San Francisco. I think it's pretty solid. I think it's something you can definitely check out. But with that being said, thanks for swinging by to check out another video. If you've had it, like I said, put some comments in the comment section. I appreciate you checking out the video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.